Most people have no clue that in 2025, there's a hidden law that allows any American to launch their credit score.
Every single qualification for success is a and habits form futures. If you don't deliberately form good habits, then unconsciously you'll form bad ones. You're the kind of person you are because you formed the habit of being that kind of person, and the only way you can change is through changing habits. It is easier to adjust ourselves to living than to adjust ourselves to making. If you doubt me, just think of all the things you're willing to go without in order to avoid doing the things you don't like to do. Successful people are influenced by the desire for pleasing results. Failures are influenced by the desire for pleasing methods and are inclined to be satisfied with such results as can be obtained by doing things they like to do. Why are successful people able to do the things they don't like to do while failures are not?
Hey, it's Evan Carmichael, and I am here with Diana Nightingale, and what you're about to watch is the official version of the Common Denominator of Success with Earl Nightingale. Diana, what are we about to watch?
We are about to watch Earl's message, which is the common denominator of success, and it's really powerful because Albert Gray wrote this incredible book way back when, and what he did was he went in search of the common denominator of success, what makes all people have in common that have reached a success level beyond the average. And so it's a really, really great watch. I was going to say listen, but we're doing it on video now.
Enjoy!
At many speaking engagements, I referred to the words of Albert E.N. Gray and his speech, The Common Denominator of Success. Years of experience as a successful executive helped Mr. Gray to find answers to the questions you've probably asked yourself. Questions like, how can I avoid failure in this new career? How can I manage to succeed in my interesting new profession? Mr. Gray crystallized his thoughts about these common but important doubts that we all experience at some time during our lives, and he incorporated them into a speech called The Common Denominator of Success. Because his thoughts have importance for every thinking person, I want to share them with you now. I've taken the liberty of substituting a few phrases to help each of us relate to Mr. Gray's remarkable message more personally. Mr. Gray said, several years ago, I was brought face to face with the very disturbing realization that I was trying to supervise and direct the efforts of a large number of people who were trying to achieve success without knowing myself what the secret of success really was. And that naturally brought me face to face with the further realization that regardless of what other knowledge I might have brought to my job, I was definitely lacking in the most important knowledge of all. Of course, like most of us, I've been brought up on the popular belief that the secret of success is hard work. But I'd seen so many men work hard without succeeding, and so many men succeed without working hard, that I'd become convinced that hard work was not the real secret, even though in most cases it might be one of the requirements. And so I set out on a voyage of discovery which carried me through biographies and autobiographies and all sorts of dissertations on success and the lives of successful men and women, until I finally reached the point at which I realized that the secret I was trying to discover lay not only in what people did, but also in what made them do it. I realized further that the secret for which I was searching must not only apply to every definition of success, but since it must apply to everyone to whom it was offered, it must also apply to everyone who had ever been successful. In short, I was looking for the common denominator of success. And because that's exactly what I was looking for, that's exactly what I found. But this common denominator of success is so big, so powerful, and so vitally important to your future and mine that I'm not going to make a speech about it. I'm just going to lay it on the line in words of one syllable, so simple that anybody can understand them. The common denominator of success, the secret of success of every person who has ever been successful, lies in the fact that he formed the habit of doing things that failures don't like to do. Now, it's just as true as it sounds, and it's just as simple as it seems. You can hold it up to the light, you can put it to the acid test, and you can kick it around until it's worn out. But when you're all through with it, it will still be the common denominator of success, whether we like it or not. It will still explain why people have gone into a business or profession with every apparent qualification for success and have been nothing but disappointing failures, while others have achieved outstanding success in spite of many obvious handicaps. And since it will also explain your future, it would seem to me a mighty good idea for you to use it in determining just what sort of a future you're going to have. In other words, let's take this big, all-embracing secret and boil it down to fit you. If the secret of success lies in forming the habit of doing things that failures don't like to do, let's start the boiling down process by determining what are the things that failures don't like to do. The things that failures don't like to do are the very things that you and I and other human beings, including successful people, naturally don't like to do. In other words, we've got to realize right from the start that success is something which is achieved by the minority of persons and is therefore unnatural, and not to be achieved by following our natural likes and dislikes, nor by being guided by our natural preferences and prejudices. The things that failures don't like to do in general are too many and too obvious for us to discuss them here, and so since our success in every endeavor lies in our ability to persuade others to do what we'd like them to do, let's move on to a discussion of the things we don't like to do. Now here too, the things we don't like to do are too many to permit a specific discussion, but I think they can all be disposed of by saying that they all emanate from one basic dislike common to all of us. We don't like to talk to people about something they might not want to talk about. Any reluctance to approach someone to suggest a change in his activity, to persuade him to take a new approach, is caused by this one basic dislike. Perhaps you've wondered what's behind this peculiar lack of welcome on the part of those we're trying to persuade. Isn't it due to the fact that our prospects are human too? And isn't it true that the average human being is highly resistant to change, even when it's for his own improvement, and is therefore prone to escape our efforts to persuade him to do something he thinks he doesn't want to do by striking at the most important weakness we possess, namely our desire to be appreciated? Perhaps you've been discouraged by a feeling that you were born subject to certain dislikes peculiar to you, with which successful people are not afflicted. Perhaps you've wondered why it is that those who accomplish most seem to like to do the things that you don't like to do. They don't. And I think this is the most important and encouraging statement I've ever offered to any person. But if they don't like to do these things, then why do they do them? Because by doing the things they don't like to do, they can accomplish the things they want to accomplish. Now let me repeat that. Successful people are influenced by the desire for pleasing results.
Tone, why should people join us on April 23rd through the 25th for the AI Advantage Summit?
Because I know you know AI is important. You might feel a little overwhelmed.
Are influenced by the desire for pleasing results. Failures are influenced by the desire for pleasing methods and are inclined to be satisfied with such results as can be obtained by doing things they like to do. Why are successful people able to do the things they don't like to do while failures are not? Because successful people have a strong purpose, strong enough to make them form the habit of doing things they don't like to do in order to accomplish the purpose they want to accomplish. Sometimes even the best producers get into a slump. When a person gets into a slump, it simply means that he's reached a point at which, for the time being, the things he doesn't like to do have become more important than his reasons for doing them. Many people with whom I've discussed this common denominator of success have said at this point, "But I have a family to support, and I have to make a living for my family and myself. Isn't that enough of a purpose?" No, it isn't. It isn't a sufficiently strong purpose to make you form the habit of doing the things you don't like to do, for the very simple reason that it is easier to adjust ourselves to the hardships of a poor living than it is to adjust ourselves to the hardships of making a better one. If you doubt me, just think of all the things you're willing to go without in order to avoid doing the things you don't like to do, all of which seems to prove that the strength which holds you to your purpose is not your own strength, but the strength of the purpose itself. Now let's see why habit belongs so importantly in this common denominator of success. People are creatures of habit just as machines are creatures of momentum, for habit is nothing more nor less than momentum translated from the concrete into the abstract. Can you picture the problem that would face our mechanical engineers if there were no such thing as momentum? Speed would be impossible, because the highest speed at which any vehicle could be moved would be at the first speed at which it could be broken away from a standstill. Elevators could not be made to rise, airplanes could not be made to fly, and the entire world of mechanics would find itself in a total state of helplessness. then who are you and I to think that we can do with our own human nature what the finest engineers in the world could not do with the finest machinery that was ever built? Every single qualification for success is acquired through habit. People form habits, and habits form futures. If you don't deliberately form good habits, then unconsciously you'll form bad ones. You're the kind of person you are because you formed the habit of being that kind of person, and the only way you can change is through changing habits. The success habit for any area of achievement can be divided into four main groups. 1, contacting habits. 2, calling habits. 3, persuading habits. 4, working habits. Now let's discuss these habit groups in their order. Any successful person will tell you that it's easier to persuade someone to a particular course of action than to find someone who already wants to do it. But if you have not deliberately formed the habit of contacting those who need what you're offering, regardless of their wants, then unconsciously you formed the habit of limiting your contacts to those people who already want what you have to offer. And therein lies the one and only real reason for a lack of interested contacts. As to calling habits, unless you've deliberately formed the habit of calling on people who are able to do what you want them to do, but who may be unwilling to listen, then unconsciously you formed the habit of calling on people who are willing to listen, but unable to do what you want them to do. As to persuasion habits, unless you have deliberately formed the habit of calling on people determined to help them see why it is in their interest to take a particular course of action, then unconsciously you form the habit of calling on people while you're in a state of mind in which you are willing to let them make you see their reasons for not going along with you. As to working habits, if you'll take care of the other three groups, the working habits will generally take care of themselves, because under working habits are included study and preparation, organization of time and effort, records, analyses, and so forth. And certainly you're not going to take the trouble to learn the best approach to your presentation unless you're going to use it. You're not going to plan your day's activities when you know in your heart that you're not going to carry out your plans, and you're certainly not going to keep an honest record of things you haven't done or of results you haven't achieved. So let's not worry so much about the fourth group of success habits, because if you're taking care of the first three groups, most of the working habits will take care of themselves. But before you decide to adopt these success habits, let me warn you of the importance of habit to your decision. I've attended many meetings and rallies during the past years, and have often wondered why, in spite of the fact that there's so much good in them, so many men and women seem to get so little lasting good out of them. Perhaps you've attended such meetings in the past and have left these meetings determined to do the things that would make you successful or more successful, only to find your decision or determination waning at just the time when it should be put into effect or practice. Well, here's the answer. Any resolution or decision you make is simply a promise to yourself which isn't worth a tinker's damn until you've formed the habit of making it and keeping it. And you won't form the habit of making it and keeping it unless right at the start you link it with a definite purpose that can be accomplished by keeping it. In other words, any resolution or decision you make today has to be made again tomorrow, and the next day, and the next, and the next, and so on. And it not only has to be made each day, but it has to be kept each day. For if you miss one day in the making or keeping of it, you've got to go back and begin all over again. But if you continue the process of making it each morning and keeping it each day, you will finally wake up some morning a different person in a different world, and you will wonder what has happened to you and the world you used to live in. Well, here's what's happened. Your resolution or decision has become a habit, and you don't have to make it on this particular morning. And the reason for your seeming like a different man or woman living in a different world lies in the fact that for the first time in your life, you've become master of yourself and master of your likes and dislikes by surrendering to your purpose in life. That's why behind every success there must be a purpose, and that's what makes purpose so important to your future. For in the last analysis, your future is not going to depend on economic conditions or outside influences or circumstances over which you have no control. Your future is going to depend on your purpose in life. So let's talk about purpose. First of all, your purpose must be practical and not visionary. Some time ago I talked with a man who thought he had a purpose which was more important to him than income. He was interested in the sufferings of his fellow man, and he wanted to be placed in a position to alleviate that suffering. But when we analyzed his real feelings, we discovered, and he admitted it, that what he really wanted was a real nice job dispensing charity with other people's money and being well paid for it, along with the appreciation and feeling of importance that would naturally go with such a job. But in making your purpose practical, be careful not to make it logical. Make it a purpose of the sentimental or emotional type.
What if you could claim a stake on what's set to be the biggest IPO ever, starting with just $500?
Make it a purpose of the sentimental or emotional type. Remember that needs are logical, while wants and desires are sentimental and emotional. Your needs will push you just so far, but when your needs are satisfied, they'll stop pushing you. If, however, your purpose is in terms of wants or desires, well, then your wants and desires will keep pushing you long after your needs are satisfied and until your wants and desires are fulfilled. Recently, I was talking with a young man who long ago discovered the common denominator of success without identifying his discovery. He had a definite purpose in life, and it was definitely a sentimental or emotional purpose. He wanted his boy to go through college without having to work his way through as he had done. He wanted to avoid for his little girl the hardships which his own sister had had to face in her childhood. And he wanted his wife to enjoy the luxuries and comforts and even necessities which had been denied his own mother. And he was willing to form the habit of doing things shouldn't be college, just as his dad did. Of course, he'll miss many of the things that you missed in your college life. He'll probably have heartaches and disappointments, but if he's any good, he'll come through in the end just as you did. And there's no logical reason why you should slow in order that your daughter may have things which your own sister wasn't able to have, or in order that your wife can enjoy comforts and luxuries that she wasn't used to before she married you. Well, he looked at me with a rather pitying look and said, "But there's no inspiration in logic. There's no courage in logic. There's not even happiness in logic. There's only satisfaction. The only place logic has in my life is in the realization that the more I'm willing to do for my wife and children, the more I shall be able to do for myself." Well, I imagine after hearing that story, you won't have to be told how to find your purpose or how to identify it or how to surrender to it. If it's a big purpose, you'll be big in its accomplishment. If it's an unselfish purpose, you'll be unselfish in accomplishing it. And if it's an honest purpose, you'll be honest and honorable in the accomplishment of it. But as long as you live, don't forget that beyond your fondest hopes and your greatest expectations, you will never succeed beyond the purpose to which you're willing to surrender. Furthermore, your surrender will not be complete until you've formed the habit of doing things that failures don't like to do. This is Earl Nightingale, and thank you.
To watch
the company that has remained steadfast and kept right principles. The company headed toward the world with the right principles. The company that grows with its customers and shares generously. We are Atomy. Atomy, which has been growing ever since its establishment in 2009, is more quality of attraction. We have to product is it in foods, beauty, then
The recording has a problem.
Good morning. Can anyone see or hear anything?
I could hear you right now.
I cannot.
Yeah.
I could hear you, but I wasn't able to hear the video.
Nor can we hear CJ.
The introduction was cut off, and then there was nothing else.
Okay, okay. CJ, are you there?
Did anyone text him to see?
Okay.
Can anyone
Let me
hear
see if
me?
I can get in touch with
Hello?
Hello?
Anyone hearing CJ?
CJ?
Oh,
No, we were not hearing. We were neither seeing nor
Okay.
hearing.
okay. We can hear you now, CJ.
I apologize. I
All right.
apologize.
Okay, you're back on.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's take care of, I apologize, family. Let's take care of this. Okay. I know what's happening here. Let's do this. Dr. Antoinette, you are my co-host this morning.
Good
And
morning.
good morning. And I apologize, family. Did we get the Dr. Earl Nightingale? Did we
Yes.
see? Okay. Did we get the company introduction?
No.
No. Okay. Don't know what happened, but we apologize, and let's just go to our company introduction. Then we look at our number one standalone product, the Hemohim. And of course, Gwen, today we really want to take a minute and talk about our probiotic. And if we have any testimonials this morning, we're glad to take some testimonials. So allow me to have my co-host take over from here. And as soon as she's done, we will go into our company introduction, and we'll go into our Hemohim, and then into our feature presentation, the probiotics. Over to you, Antoinette.
Okay. Grand Rising, everyone. Glad everyone is here. Welcome to Momentum Mornings. The purpose of this meeting is to inform, educate, and motivate. So thanks for tuning in. Keep your eyes, ears, and mind open. And I believe you and your Atomy business will benefit greatly from being here today. Also, when the time is designated, you can open your mouth and share testimonies or experiences, knowledge. Sharing is caring, and sharing can help all of us. So let's learn together. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
And also, if there's anyone that is new on the call,
Hi, I'm Ted Slater. I'm relatively new on the call.
I think I see some new ones.
okay. So if there's anyone that's new with us today, we want to invite you to introduce yourself, tell us your story. We had an amazing story from Alicia yesterday. I don't know if Alicia, are you here today? But anyway, if you're new with us, unmute.
Yes, I'm here today. Good morning, everyone.
Oh my goodness. Alicia, we love you, and we're gonna make sure that we walk with you through this experience that you are having right now. And we are also gonna be welcoming anyone else that is new with us this morning. Please tap on the microphone, unmute yourself, give us your story. And when you're done, please mute again, and then we'll go right along. So, Dr. Antoinette, over to you. Anyone that is new, please unmute and tell us your story.
Maxine, are you there?
I'm muted. Yes, but I'm muted. Hi, everyone. Thanks, Antoinette. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, I've been invited by Dr. Antoinette Lloyd, my good friend of many years, and I'm happy to be here. Thank you all.
Welcome.
Hi,
Happy to
good
have you.
morning.
Yes, go ahead. Go ahead.
Good morning. Elvis Samuel from St. Lucia. I doesn't have a story, but I joined about 3 months ago. I'm just willing to learn, willing to understand, willing to take it through, and I'm very interested in the products. So I want to know what they are for and what we can use it for and different stuff like that. Thank you.
Hey,
welcome.
Absolutely. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And you are at the right place, the right time. Each and every day, we go into the wide range of products. We have over 200 products in the shopping mall. And what we want to highlight is that every one of these products, they're plant-based, all organic. So there is nothing to fear, nothing counterfeit, nothing to contaminate your system.
Okay, good morning, everybody. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, good
Yes, we
morning,
can hear
Yes.
you.
Victor.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. This is Victor Morgan. I'm also new to Atomy. I've in it a few weeks now. I just got my first set of products. I haven't even unboxed yet, so I have no testimony about the products personally yet. Hopefully, in another couple of days, I will. But I'm happy for the fact that there's a company like Atomy that allows you to join and gives you a business prospect for not just for you but for generations. And the fact is that you can join freely. It has great prospects. Well, what I've seen from the products, and I've heard a few testimonies, and they seem to be interesting. So I am here to learn too, and I'm here to grow with the business. And so I'm happy to be here. That's my first meeting with you guys.
Welcome, Victor.
Thank you. Thank you.
A quick question, Victor. So, who invited you?
Well, I've been invited so many times by Antoinette. But I want to give Antoinette the credit because I should have been on the meeting so many times, but I've been so busy. So Antoinette invited me. Yeah.
Well, on behalf of the family, warm welcome. And we hope, Victor, that you will stay with us. We have to go. We are actually on a crusade. We intend to, in this year, bring Him on stage in a big, big way. And this Momentum Mornings platform will be one of the tools that we'll be using. We want to be out there with our beauty parties. We want to be out there doing our shows, our exhibitions. So welcome, Victor. We have a great program lined up this morning. We definitely want to talk about our probiotics because we believe that wellness starts in the gut and it's all from the inside out. So welcome again. Glad to have you. Over to you,
Thanks. Much
Dr.
appreciated. Much appreciated.
Okay.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Anyone else? Okay, so
Good morning. I'm sorry to
good
interrupt
morning.
you, Jay. My name is Ted Slater. I was also invited by Dr. Antoinette Lloyd. I'm new to the business a week or so, or
Yes.
two, and I've been inspired by the presentations that I've been able to hear, the meetings I've been able to attend, and I have been utilizing products, and I've been very content, satisfied, and pretty much impressed by the quality of what I've experienced, and look forward to experiencing more and learning more and doing well in this business with the rest of us. Thank you.
Thank you, Ted. If I'm not mistaken, Ted, I believe we might have had a brief encounter a couple of weeks ago.
That's correct.
That's correct. Glad to have you, Ted, and I'm hoping that you will stay with us. We have miles to go. Miles and
Amen.
miles to go. Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Is there anyone else this morning?
Okay, I'm back again. Elvis Samuel. I also am interested in product for prostate. I believe I have an enlarged prostate before it gets worse and come into a cancer. I want to hear a little more what I can use for prostate.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
And again, right place, right time. Yesterday, I believe I saw you yesterday. Yes.
Yes, I was on yesterday. The story of that lady, well, really turned me on. I really almost cried for her, but I stayed there until the end.
Well, I tell you this, I didn't almost cry. I cried. And I want Alicia to know that we are supporting her, praying with her, and I was very, very pleased when Valerie, one of our leaders, was able to reach out and donate a box of Hemohim, and I believe also she is going to make available some vitamin, no, not vitamin, some omega-3. So we need to understand that the fundamental part of the protocol is when it gets to the stage like you are referring to right now, it's got to be at least 2 sachets in the morning, 2 in the afternoon, midday-ish, and 2 in the evenings, at least. And of course, your omega, gotta have your omega. You gotta have your vitamin C, and I highly recommend the vitamin C 2000. And of course, the potency of that fermented noni. It's something to talk about. Do understand that in the Atomy Mall, in our wellness store, we do have the best noni there is. It's fermented 1,440 hours, making it so bioavailable, for ease of absorption. So you want to have this becoming totally assimilated into your system. And of course, we did mention yesterday that there are certain things that we want to avoid, which we will talk about later today. But right place at the right time.
Yeah. Also, I understand. In fact, well, maybe I'll have to get more of the Hemohim because I had a box. I drink it all already, so I'll have to try to get more. But I didn't take it how you said to take it. I was taking it one in the morning and one at night. When I wake up in the morning and one before I go to bed. Yeah. So, but the box is done already, but I still have a bit of the vitamin C. I should have over 12 packets of the vitamin C still. So I stopped drinking the vitamin C since I have the Hemohim stop. I'm finished, so I stopped with the vitamin C. So, but I'll go back. I'll have to go back to these, and also the noni. I'm in some sense I'm in the Caribbean. I have noni trees all around me, so I put it to soak in a bucket, and I drink it. I had it down for 60 days. So, and I hadn't forgot before. I used to have before I knew Atomy. So I still have soaking. So I can drink some. I can order some if I have to.
Okay. Let me just if you have to, not you, there's someone on the call this morning. We want you to be ever so aware of the protocol. If you have to speak, just make sure that your phone is muted.
CJ, can you hear?
I can hear
I can
you.
hear you.
I can hear you.
Okay, I wanted to address the young man who asked about his prostate and what we have available. The product, saw palmetto, is one of the products in Acme, correct? Saw palmetto, are you familiar?
Yes.
Yes, it is one of the products, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so I just wanted to let him know that saw palmetto is a natural herbal substance supplement that can help with BPH, benign hyperplasia of the prostate. It blocks the DHT, which is a metabolite of testosterone. So testosterone stimulates the prostate, and if you hinder the metabolite of it, that can help with decreasing the size of the prostate, or at least preventing it from continuing to enlarge at the rate that it is. So it's a natural way to kind of inhibit. There are prescription medications that can also do that. But if you want to do a natural product, then Sometal is the product to use.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Can you pronounce your name for me?
It's Elvis. Elvis, ELVIS, like Elvis
Okay.
Presley. Elvis Samuel. Elvis Samuel.
Right. Yeah, because I was trying to pronounce that name I see on the screen. So Elvis,
Yeah,
listen,
that's something different. Yeah.
you're getting it. You're getting it. Your saw palmetto, your hemohim. You've got to increase the intake. I highly suggest that we get the fermented noni.
Okay.
There's a book I'd love to suggest that you grab and read. It's about $20 on the Amazon platform. It's called the Noni Phenomenon, written by PhD Dr. Neil Solomon, and it really goes into cancer and how the Noni really effectively can help in dealing with the cancer situation. So you have your palmetto, you have your vitamin C, your omegas, your hemohim, your noni, and of course, whatever you have to need to do to change up your lifestyle, you do that. It helps. Your exercise, you stay away from all the sugary stuff, sleep properly, and you'll be fine. Right, Dr.
Amen. Amen. Yes. Healthy lifestyle helps every disease. Yes.
Yes.
Every ailment.
Elvis, honestly, you are in a good place right now. You are with your family and all the support. You'll find it right here. And don't forget that on a Thursday night, we have all the doctors and all of us who are really on the crusade. We gather on a Thursday night. Have you ever been on the Thursday night call, Elvis?
Yes. I have been on the Thursday night call with the yeah, I've been with
Very
them.
enriching, very stimulating, and the testimonials. Yeah, they're out there. So we have to represent, and we here are true crusaders. We're believers, and so I'm happy that you're here because the only thing that you can come away with from an immersion like this is positive affirmation. This is where life and health springs.
Yeah.
So I would like to just touched a little bit on the probiotics this morning, but I really would like to do that after the testimonials and the sharing. Uh, let's bring it out because if you are struggling with any situation this morning, if you are new on the call, never been here before, and you're hearing about this Hemohim, we really want to make sure that we do justice to the show and give you the answers that you might be searching for. We have all the leaders here. The answers are here. So don't hold back. You need to ask a question, unmute, or just show your hand, and we'll take the question before we move on. Okay.
May I say something?
Mr. Igor, man of the
Hello.
moment. Go right ahead, my
Good
brother.
morning, good morning. For everybody that's new, if you have the time, there's all the product we just mentioned. There's video on YouTube. So if you want to do some research, you could go to pubmed.gov and tap Hemohim in there, Noni, and you're gonna see all the study, all the research that's been done on those two products. But mostly me, I do videos on YouTube. I watch them a lot. And in your back office, there's also videos about the products from the company. Thank you.
Okay. And you know what, Igor? Uh, I'm just going to just do a short Hemohim, and then we jump into our probiotic this morning, and we're out of here. How about that, Igor? What do you think?
Yes, sir. Go right
All right.
ahead.
Okay.
Andrew invested $28,000 into a crypto platform recommended by someone he trusted.
This Hemohim product is pretty incredible, really quick. I just want you to understand, the newcomers, that this Hemohim was not produced, again, for the general mass, which is us. It was originated in a laboratory that's funded by the Republic of South Korea's government. So the taxpayers of South Korea, actually, we need to thank them. They are funding this company just like us. We pay taxes in the U.S. Our tax dollars go to the federal government, Pentagon, NASA, so on and so forth. So this product, what is it? For those of you that are wondering, please don't take it because somebody will take it. You need to figure out and do your own due diligence and research to see why this product is worth you. First thing, this product is for sick people, not a medicine. It will not fix your ailment. What it will do is it will enhance your lifestyle. The reason why is when you ingest this, your natural cells. That means it's your first line of your immunity defense system. As we are aging, I look around the room, and the majority of us are in the boomer era, 1946, 1964. Of that, we're living longer because we're eating better, we're drinking better. So the longer you live, the more you have to fight aging. In essence, this Hemohim will protect your first line of defense. If your first line of defense is
Hello? Are we still on?
I think we lost the signal. I think we just
Oh,
spoke a
okay.
little bit.
Okay. All right. We'll just wait patiently.
This doesn't happen often, so he may be in a different location.
In the meantime, we could use this time. Does anyone have any questions?
Thank you, Gwen.
Yes, I have one.
Yeah,
Okay.
This
go right
is.
ahead.
mm,
Go
I'm
right ahead.
sorry.
Go right ahead.
Okay, thank you, CJ. If I may
Mhm.
call you CJ.
That's right.
To the general, uh, to all of us, are the products vegan and organic, or a mixture, or
100% organic, 100%
okay,
vegan.
100%
Thank you.
organic and vegan?
That's right.
All right.
Which is
Thanks
one
a
of the
lot.
reasons
My
why I
husband was
love.
asking.
Yes. Okay. Yes. They are,
Okay,
and
thanks.
all those capsules, everything is 100%.
Okay, thanks. We're happy to hear that. Thank you.
All right. So we are 20 minutes in to the last segment of the show. I really want to take a minute. We won't be able to have a discussion this morning, but we will, perhaps more. But the gut health really is a topic for conversation. These issues that we are all having, eye, hair, skin, a lot of the challenges that we are faced with, that we are grappling with, challenges that we are having, it's all coming from the gut. So just let's take a quick minute and watch this video this morning as it relates to our probiotics. And by the way, the best of the probiotics is in the Atomy store. That was a good question. Are they plant-based? Every bit of these probiotics, and we have, unlike all the other distributors, suppliers out there with their 3 to 4 strains, we have all of 12 strains in our probiotics. We'll take a quick bit. We won't be able to have a conversation this morning, but I guarantee that before the week is done, we will take a minute and talk about gut health. The gut being, of course, in certain circles, it's called the second brain. Let's go into it.
Hi. Is this a good time? I have a quick question. This is Maxine again.
Yes. Yes, Maxine.
Sir, I wanted to know if there's a catalog. I am, brand new, so there's a few things that Antoinette has yet to clue me in on.
Okay.
Is there a
That's a
catalog?
very good question.
Okay.
Well, the way I respond to that question is this. Have you ever been in the shopping mall, in the shopping store, Maxine?
Have I ever been in the shopping store?
Yeah.
Is it,
Yeah, shopping mall.
that's the question?
Have you ever been
Yes.
inside a shopping mall? Okay. Have you ever, let's take, for example, the omega-3 or the spirulina. Have you
Uh-huh.
ever clicked on the expand for details?
In the shopping store?
Uh-huh.
I think he's referring to the online Atomy shopping mall. Have you been on the
Shopping
Atomy?
Not yet. Not yet, my good
Okay.
friend of many years.
Okay.
You're going to send the link, right?
Yes, sure, I could do
Yes,
that.
Of course. Okay.
everything that you need. It's all there in this Atomy shopping mall, us.atomy.com.
Okay.
I hope you have your own store because it's free. Yeah.
I'm
And
about to. Antoinette's going to set me up as
yes,
soon as
indeed.
the
And
meeting's
when you
over,
go
I'm
in
sure.
there, Maxine, yes, glad to hear. When you get inside your store, it's yours. You can't break anything inside there. Okay, just explore. Of course.
My
And
husband
you,
will be glad
whatever
to hear
product
that.
that you look
Thank
at,
you.
there right below the product, you will see the words "expand for details." You click on that, and a whole encyclopedia, a library of
Wow.
information is all there,
That's
waiting for
awesome.
you. Yeah,
Thank you so much.
you're so
I'll
welcome.
just listen. I'll just listen from now on. Thank you.
Of course. So, um, we just do 15 minutes of the probiotics and we will come back to it. But I really just want to touch that this morning because it's a week going now. I've been really wanting to, for us to have a conversation. At least we can get a little intro. And this is a subject matter that we're going to be talking about for a couple of days going forward. Here we go.
My name is Dr. Anna O'Sullivan, and we are going to do a deep dive into an amazing substance called probiotics. Many of you already know this, but many don't really they are. We all of us need it, from babies to seniors. So we're going to do it. First, probiotics are actually bacteria. When we have bacteria, most of them harmful bacteria, but in this case, remember there's good bacteria and bad bacteria. And probiotics, by the word pro, means it's good. Biotics are living organisms, and this can
Breaking up. Breaking up.
still alive. It actually is part of it.
I really must apologize again. I'm actually driving at this time and I'm not in the office and my internet is shaking and I really, really apologize. Please forgive me. I just had to take care of an emergency this morning. Okay, so that is Dr. Anna O'Sullivan, and I'm going to post the probiotic video in the WhatsApp chat, and tomorrow, hopefully, we will pick it up from here. But in the time being, if there are any more questions, we'll take a question or two before we go. Hello. Any questions? Any last words before we go?
I wanted to say something about the saw palmetto. I just looked it up on the mall, and it's $38 for 90 soft gels. So
Yes, that means 3 months,
3 months
supply.
supply, exactly, 3 months supply.
Yes.
And it's not only good for the BPH, the benign hyperplastic prostate hyperplasia, but it's also good for people who may be having hair thinning or hair loss, because it blocks the hormone that is related to the hair loss in the scalp. So saw palmetto has that effect as well, which a lot of people get as they get older.
I'm actually going to try to see if I can bring it up on the shopping mall right now. The saw palmetto. Okay. Thank you, Dr. Antoinette.
You're welcome.
Yeah, so for Elvis and others, $38. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. And as Maxine asked a question, I'm scrolling here. Maxine, if you're looking on the screen, you see right below saw palmetto, you see the words expand product details. I'm going to tap on it like I'm doing right now. And this is what happens. It opens up to you the product details, the supplement facts, and it goes into more information. Actually, vitamin E and selenium, zinc, main ingredients. It tells where the saw palmetto is harvested. It talks about the vitamin E, selenium, otacosanol, and zinc, health information. So guys, pay attention. As a matter of fact, everyone should pay attention. And this is what you will find, Maxine and family, when you go into your shopping mall. Okay.
Thank you, Mr. CJ. This is
You
really helpful. I have a ton of medical professionals who would just love this. Lots of nurse practitioners. Thank you, Dr. Antoinette. I can't thank you enough. Oh my God.
You're
Okay, let's
very
talk about
welcome. Very welcome. Sorry, go ahead.
the noni. Okay. Here we go. The Atomy organic fermented noni. This is grown in on Java Island, specially grown, specially harvested. Okay. That's the set, of course. I think it's $67 or $57 for a bottle. Okay. Of the noni. Expand product details. Look at what happens. Look at that. 100%. Okay. Premium noni extracts full of rich nutrients, a gift from God. That's what it's called. And the more information, the noni extract undergoes patented fermentation, 1044 upgrade flavor, what is used to sweeten it, the full flavor nutrition, the supplement facts. So there, right down the line, organic coconut sugar, calamondin pressed juice, organic. I can't pronounce that. Why should we eat noni? Phytochemical, pyroxene. Oh, it goes on and 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 on where it's grown at Atomy owned farm. Okay, that's the processing of your fermented noni. Organic product certification. Okay, FDA approved. And it goes on and on and on and on and on and on. Don't play with me. Don't play. Okay. Special Yes, coconut sugar, rich in minerals, healthier source of sweetness, calamansi. Okay, what can I say? And 3 patents right there. Okay, collaboration of R&D projects, Atomy and others and blah blah. And take it like this. Okay, okay, don't play. There you go. There you go. All right. So I apologize. I had to jump out this morning and take care of business. So my internet kind of got a little bit compromised, but here we are. We don't panic, we pivot. And I thank you, Dr. Anthony, for standing by and helping me along. And we'll take one more question and we're out of here. Right. Right. No question? Any last words? And don't forget the special promotion. We have the PV upgrade. So you purchase between now and the end of the month your special package. Where is it? Okay. Are you aware of the here it is. April promotion. Okay. You get an extra 77,000 PV if you purchase your Hemohim along with your vitamin. Let me see if I can find it real quick. April full set with mega PV up. You get Hemohim, the vitamin B, vitamin D, and plant calcium. From April 16th to April 30th, it's $191, a total of 200,000 PV up from 123,000 PV. So you are getting a bonus of 77,000 PV. Okay, that's the full set. It's called the Mega PV Up. Hemohim, and I would suggest to Elvis and all of us who are having a challenge right now with the Alisa, vitamin B, vitamin D, and the calcium. This one is for you. So let's see if we can grab a hold of this and take care of business. Okay. All right. Okay. Any question this morning before we go? Any last words?
Thank you, everyone, for attending.
Yes, indeed. I keep wondering, everyone is so quiet. You know what I think? Maybe they
What?
forgot. Maybe they forgot to take their Hemohim. I don't know. Yeah. All right. Well, that's it. And as a bonus, let me do this. There's a thing called branding. How you brand yourself, how you brand your business. And I think I just want to leave this last nugget with us this morning. Very important. How do you position yourself? How do you tell your story? How do you position your business? Watch this.
People think a Rolls-Royce is completely unique. A Rolls-Royce is 70 to 80% the same as a BMW 7 Series. Most people don't even realize that BMW actually owns Rolls-Royce. That means a Rolls-Royce Ghost that costs $600,000 shares the majority of its parts with a BMW 750i priced around $100K. In fact, if you take it apart, you will find components inside the Rolls-Royce that actually say BMW. So why pay 6 times as much? Because of branding, because of perception, because people value what it represents, not just what it's made of. Here's the lesson. Products, features, and costs can only take you so far. What separates a good business from a great one isn't just the product. It's how you position, how you tell the story, and the emotional value you create. Branding turns a commodity into something that people desire, sometimes irrationally. And if you master that, you don't just sell, you create loyalty, prestige, and a business that transcends price tags. People think a Rolls-Royce is completely unique. A Rolls-Royce is 70 to 80% the same as a BMW 7 Series. Most people don't.
So I hope you got that. It's the perception that you create. Create value. It's how you tell your story. It's how you present the business. Okay. So it's all about branding. It's all about perception. How do you tell your Atomy story? How do you tell the story about the products? Let's increase value. Let's go out there and represent. So that's all for me today. Anything to say, Dr. Antoinette? Anything?
Thank you, CJ, for all that you do. Have a happy day, everyone.
Thank you, CJ. Thank you, Dr. Antoinette.
Yes.
Thank you, Jack.
Thank you, too.
And everybody
Thank
else,
you.
and
Thank you,
everybody
Dr.
else on the
Antoinette and
line.
everyone.
Aja,
Thanks. Bye.
Aja,
Thank you,
Aja,
Dr.
Aja.
Maxine.
You're welcome.
Dr.
Thank you, Dr.
Maxine.
Maxine. Thank you, everyone.
Everybody.
Bye. See you tomorrow. I'll hear you
Alrighty.
tomorrow.
Yes.
Aja, Aja,
Aja. Aja.
cherish your spirit.
I have a quick question. I'm
Okay.
sorry. How do
Go
you
ahead.
join the WhatsApp group? What would your name be?
Okay, so I think if you just give me here's what you do. Let me have your number. Maxine, or if someone could just I don't know, Dr. Antoinette, if you could just
Antoinette
take
can
this number
probably
from
give it to me.
yeah, and then we
Thanks.
post you in the. Let's get your number. I'm not able to take it right now as my hands are.
Do you want me to forward Maxine's number to you, CJ?
Yes.
And then you can add her?
Yes,
Okay.
and I'll add you to the Momentum Morning Chat.
Okay, we'll do.
Not a problem. And if there's anyone else that wants to be on the Momentum Morning Chat, let's get your number and I'll add you to the chat.
Very good.
Or I tell you what you could do. Just put your number in the Momentum Morning Chat right now, and I'll catch it later and add you to the Atomy WhatsApp Momentum Morning Group. Done deal. So if you put your number in the chat before we close out, it will be there. I grab it and I'll put you in the Momentum Morning Atomy WhatsApp group.
Okay, Maxine, you're going to do that?
Okay.
Okay, I don't know if she's still. Okay.
Have a great day, everyone.
All right, ciao.
Aja.
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 All right.